following is session 11 of the Daily Player series. Join me at patreon.com/Swiftlessons for each new episode of this beginner's guide to guitar mastery. Hey everybody, welcome back to Swiftlessons for video number 11 of our Daily Player series. In today's session, we're going to review all of the chord progressions and the rhythm techniques that we've learned thus far. So let's take a close look at the fretboard. I'm going to review each chord progression for you. From there, we're going to play it using just simple whole note strums, one strum per measure, and then we're going to add in the strumming pattern. Let's get started. Okay, a close look at the fretboard, getting started with section 1 of this lesson. Reviewing the 1, 4, 5 progression in the key of A major, and also learning a variation of the 12-bar blues that you learned in session number 4 of this course. Okay, so getting started with those chords, the A major, we have 2nd fret of the D string, 2nd fret G, and 2nd fret B string. Our fingers stacked up, arching our fingers so we don't block the high E, and strumming from the A string down. A major. Next we have the 4 chord D major. We call it the 4 chord because in the A major scale, 1, 2, 3, 4. D is the 4th note of the scale, so D major is the 4 chord. Okay, so I have 2nd fret G, 2nd fret high E string, and my ring finger is on the 3rd fret of the B string. Fingers just behind the frets, nice and arched, so that way you don't block any of the strings. And then we have the 5 chord E major, which is going to be 2nd fret A string, 2nd fret D, and 1st fret of the G. 3 chords that you can use to play thousands of different songs. A major, D major, E major. Okay, now we're gonna get into some rhythm practice. First, I wanna break down this variation to the 12-bar blues, which is very, very common. We're gonna have the A major chord for just one measure, 1, 2, 3, 4. The D chord for one measure, 3, 4. Back to the A for 2 measures. 1, 2, 3, 4. D major for 2 measures, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, and back to the A for 2 measures. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. The E chord for a measure, 1, 2, 3, 4. The D chord, 2, 3, 4, and then right back to the A major chord, 1, 2, 3, 4, then 1, 2, 3, 4. At the end, we're adding in a split measure. Jump into the 5 chord E major. Okay, so let's play through that progression nice and slow. We're just gonna do whole note strums, strumming on the 1 beat, except for that last measure where we're gonna have half notes. Okay, so getting started with the A major chord. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. D, 2, 3, 4. A, 2, 3, 4. A, 2, 3, 4. D. 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. Back to the A chord. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. Jump them up. E, 2, 3, 4. D, 2, 3, 4. A, 2, 3, 4. A, 2, E, 2. Repeat. 1, 2, 3, 4. The D. 2, 3, 4. Back to A. 2, 3, 4. Practicing those changes. To the D chord. 1, 2, 3, 4. My foot keeps on tapping as I go. Back to the A chord. 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. The E. 1, 2, 3. Jump to the D. 2, 3, 4. And 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, E, 2. Counted. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. D, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. To the E chord. To the 4 chord. 2, 3, and back to the A. 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, and one more time. Still with the whole note strums. D, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and D, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, and back to the A. 2, 3, 4, still tapping my foot. Here comes the E, to the D chord, and back home. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and the resolve. Okay, if you can make those changes comfortably, then you're ready to move on. Let's see if we can play through that same progression, but now with these swinging eighth note strums. Okay, again, nice and slow. 1, 2, 3, and 4, and A, 2, 3, and 4, and D, and A, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Back to the A chord. E major. 1, 2, 3, 4, jump. 2, 3, 4. You can always jump on the last upstroke of each measure. E to the 1 chord, to the 4 chord, back to the 1 chord. 1, 2, 3, 4 to the 4 chord. Back to the 1. To the 5 chord. That's the crescendo. To the D chord. And the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. All right, 2 more times. 7, 8. Strumming nice and light. Alright, there's no need to muscle your rhythm. Nice and light. To the 5 chord. To the 4 chord. And back home. Sneak attack E chord. One more time. Here we go. D major, A major, to the D. Can you throw in a D7? For some extra tension. E major, D major, and back to A. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Alright, and I slowed down there at the end for dramatic effect. That's called a retardando. Okay, if you can play that, then you're ready to move on to the next progression. Okay, very good everybody. Now we're jumping into progression number 2. Remember, that's going to be your 1, 6, 4, 5 progression in the key of G major. All right, reviewing the G chord, I have my ring finger, 3rd fret low E string. Next, I'm gonna find the major 3rd in this key. 1, 2, 3, the 2nd fret of the A string. I'll grab that with my middle finger. All right, next, I'm gonna put my pinky on the 3rd fret high E string. All right, that is the G major chord. And of course, there's other ways you can play this, but the way I prefer right here kind of makes it easier to jump into chords like G7, and also makes it easier to throw in those very cool Paul Simon style embellishments. So, G major. All right, next we have the E minor chord. See if you can walk down with me. Here I have the 2nd fret of the A string, 2nd fret D string. That's all you need. All right, now onto the 4 chord C major. We have 3rd fret A string, 2nd fret of the D string, the major 3rd. Then we have the 1st fret of the B string, another root note. So this is a C note, and so is this. Strumming from the A string down. Now, very often I like to block the low E string. I might do that with the tip of the ring finger, or I might wrap my thumb around and block that note. And finally we have the 5 chord that you're familiar with, the D major. All right, so put those chords together and we have the 1, 6, 4, 5 progression in the key of G. Okay, now let's see if we can apply our Stand By Me style chord structure to that progression. So that would be 2 measures on the G major chord. Then we're going to the minor 6, E minor for 2 measures. Then the 4 chord C major for 1 measure. 1 measure of the D major chord. And then back home, the resolve back to the 1 chord for 2 measures. Okay, getting started at a slow tempo. Again, see if you can make those changes. That's our main goal for today's lesson. 1, 2, 3, 4, and G. 2, 3, 4, and strum. 2, 3, 4, E minor. 2, 3, 4, and 1. 2, 3, 4, and C. 2, 3, 4, and D. 2, 3, 4, and G. 2, 3, 4, and G. 2, 3, and repeat. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2, 3, 4, E minor. 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2, 3, 4, the C. 2, 3, 4, the D. 2, 3, 4, and G. 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2, 3. One more time. Here we go. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1, 2 and 3 and 4, E minor. 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2, 3, 4, and C. 2, 3, 4, and D. 2, 3, 4, and G. 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, if you can make those changes comfortably, then let's see if we can throw in our Calypso style strumming pattern. Remember, that is down, down, up, up, down, 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 up, up, down, up. We're counting 1, 2, and 3, and 4, and 1, 2, and 3, and 4, and those upstrokes coming in on the ends. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, and G. Down, up, up, down. E minor. C. D. G. G. Repeat. 1, 2, and 3, and 4, and 1, 2, and 3, and 4. Jump. 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 And repeat. 1, 3, 4. E minor. C. Nice light strokes. Two more times. Here we go. G. E minor. C. D. And G. one more time. Here we go. 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Nice, even strumming. And back to the G chord. 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, and just like that. Okay, very good, everybody. You've just reviewed the 1, 4, 5 in the key of A major, and also the 1, 6, 4, 5 in the key of G. Now we're going to play that exact same chord progression, the same intervals anyway, but we're transposing to the key of C major. So if in the key of G, the 1st, 6th, 4th, and 5th notes are G, E, C, D, if we take that exact same concept but now start on a C note, alright, I just went down to the floor 1 string, found all my root notes, C, A, F, G, or C major, A minor, F major, G major. Okay, so the C chord we've already reviewed today. Next we have the minor 6 chord in the key of C, A minor, 2nd fret of the D string, 2nd fret G, and 1st fret B, strumming from the A string down. Alright, now the next chord we need is F major, the 4 chord. This is one of the chords that a lot of people have a lot of trouble with. I have 3rd fret of the D string, 2nd fret G, and my index finger is going to be barring across 2 strings, the B and the high E string 1st fret. So get that down first. That can take a little bit of work, and also the skin of your index finger needs to kind of season. You need to develop a little bit of callus there. Alright, then add the G string back in. Notice how arched my fingers are as I reach for the 3rd fret of the D string, getting up on my fingertips. And then finally we have the G major chord once again, but let's turn it into a G dominant 7, reaching for the 1st fret of the high E string. Okay, so now we have C major, A minor, F major, G dominant 7. Okay, so let's practice making those changes. Once more, we're going to apply our Stand By Me format, and we're going to do 4 repetitions just with the whole note strums, strumming on beat number 1 only, and then I'm going to ask that you join me in applying our R&B percussive strumming pattern, which if you remember, looks and sounds like this. 1, 2, and 3, 4. 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 Down, slap, 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 down, slap. Okay, seeing if we can make those changes now, first with the whole note strums. See if you can keep up. Getting started with the C major chord. 1, 2, 3, 4, and C, 2, 3, 4, C, 2, 3, 4, A minor, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, F major, 1, 2, 3, 4, G7, 2, 3, 4, and C, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 3 more, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3 to the minor 6, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3 to the 4 chord, 1, 2, 3 to the 5 chord, 2, 3, and back to C, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, C, 2, 3, 4, 3, 4, 2, 3, 4. Keep that foot tapping. 2, 3, 4, G7, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3. One more time. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, A minor, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, F, 2, 3, 4, G7, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, if you can make those changes, then you're ready to add in those R&B percussive strumming patterns. 1, 2, 3, 4. Strum, slap, slap, strum, slap, slap. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Jump. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And C. 2, 3, 4. And repeat. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. A minor. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. F. 1, 2, 3, 4. G7. 2, 3, 4. And C. 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. And C. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. A minor. 2, 3, 4. Strum, slap, strum. F. And G. And back to C. Now notice how I jump on the last slap. It's a great technique and really guarantees that you're going to make the change in time. And back to C. Let's do one more for good luck. Here we go. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. A minor. 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. F. 2, 3, 4. And G. 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, and 3, and 4, and just like. Okay, awesome work today, everybody. Now we're jumping into section 4 of this lesson, reviewing one last chord progression, which you learned in session number 10, Go in Minor. It was an A minor to D minor to G dominant 7 to C major to E major. All right, now let's go over our format. In our previous lesson, we played the A minor chord for 2 measures. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. D minor for 2 measures. The G dominant 7 for 2 measures. The C major chord for a measure. And the E major chord for a measure. All right, so let's go through that progression once more. First, 4 times with just the whole note strums. Then I'm going to invite you to throw in that Calypso style strumming pattern. Extra points if you can practice a little bit of bass and treble separation. So that means taking the chord, and at the beginning of each measure, just strike the root note of the chord, in this case A, for A minor. And then from there, bass, down, up, down, up, bass, down, up, down, up. Move the bass note for each chord, open D string for the next one. Then the low E string for G7. The A string for C major. And then back to the E string for the E major chord. All right, let's get started. 1, 2, 3, A minor. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. D minor. 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. G7. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And C. And E major. 2, 3, 4. A minor. 2, 3, 4. Such a haunting chord progression. D minor. 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. The lift. 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And C. 2, 3, 4. E. 2, 3. 2 more. 1, 2, and 3, and 4. 2, and 3, and 4. D minor. 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. G7. 2, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and C. And an E, 2, 3, 4, A, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. A great progression to write to. 3, 4, G, 7, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, C, 2, 3, 4, E, 2, 3, 4. Okay, now adding in the Calypso style strumming pattern with that bass separation. 1, 2, 3, 4, bass, down, up, down, up, bass, down, up, D minor, G, C, E, repeat, D minor, 1, 2, and 3, and 4, G. Jump, jump. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, and 3, and 4. Nice and light with the pick. Two more. G, C, E. One more time. Here we go. 1, 2, and 3, and 4. 1, 2, and 3, and 4, and 1, 2, and 3, and 4. 1, 2, and 3, and 4. C major, E major, A minor. Alright everybody, I hope you enjoyed this play along session and that you were able to keep up with the changes and also the strumming patterns. If you felt comfortable with all of that, then you're ready to move on to session number 12 of the Daily Player series, where I'm going to be breaking down some classic blues techniques in the key of E. Enjoy your practice.